for salvation. The prayers of the Lamaists are reinforced with mantras, sacred utterances, which are repeated continuously as an aid to progress along the path to perfection. This form of Buddhism has in the Dalai Lama its head and spiritual leader. The Dalai Lama is the incarnation of the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, Lord of Tibet. Another specific characteristic of Lamaism is the performing of esoteric rites, which reinforce the links between the faithful and their beliefs. Nothing is left to improvisation, and all the ceremonies are repeated conscientiously, as part of the longing for salvation inherent in all religions. From the prayer wheels placed in the temples, or in the fluttering of the flags, their prayers are carried up to heaven.
So when the Marians took over in 326 BC, they eventually converted to Buddhism. Through a rule by harsh laws, to their spread of ideas, the Mauryans established their rule. Asker, one of the Mauryan rulers, converted to Buddhism and then sent missionaries to go and convert their neighbors. Asker was responsible for the spread of Buddhism to China and beyond.
In the 3rd century BC, the Emperor Asoka used military power to become one of the greatest rulers of ancient India. For nearly 40 years, he ruled the vast Mauryan Empire. Through war and conquest, he brought nearly all of India under a single ruler for the first time. Asoka made the capital city of Pataliputra, now known as Patna, the nucleus of his empire. Under Asoka, India prospered, art flourished, and the culture of the Mauryan Empire ushered in the first great flowering of Indian civilization. Asoka was known as a great military strategist, and his army was extremely well organized. It had a strong chain of command, and even detailed written manuals to guide the soldiers. His soldiers were well paid and well trained. They spent much of their time training and preparing for battle. But Asoka had an even more formidable weapon. His army used elephants to win many victories in battle. With their very large bodies, elephants are able to do things during combat that are too difficult or dangerous for other forces, such as marching in front, destroying ramparts, gates, and towers, trampling the enemy's army, and causing terror. Other Indian armies during this time also used some elephants in combat, but Asoka had 9,000 of them, and they trained right alongside his soldiers. The infantry, cavalry, chariots, and elephants trained outside the city every day at sunrise, except on days of special astrological significance.
In the 302nd AD, along the Ganges River, the Gupta Empire came to the ascendancy. They too were Buddhists, and during their golden age they were responsible for many advances. In mathematics, they developed algebra, zero, infinity, and numerals. In science they discovered that the Earth was round and rotated on its axis. This was over 1,000 years before any Europeans could make this claim. The Guptas wrote great literature like the Kalidasa. But the biggest contribution of the Guptas was the textiles. Gupta textiles were well sought after around the whole world. It was this trade that made the Gupta Empire so rich. So that is India. 4 remarkable civilizations, 2 enduring religions, and some amazing scientific discoveries. Good luck with your quiz. Mr. Dikopoulos will help you with your questions and summary. Until the next time I present to you, goodbye.
The first known